hope you guys are doing well. Welcome back to my channel Code Fusion Hub. So, it's fantastic to see you back again for the third day of a journey to mastering MySQL through our Lead Code challenge. Yesterday, we have seen about what is the OR operator, and before that, we have viewed upon what is a like operator, and we have solved the problem upon that also. In case if you haven't watched that videos, I'll provide the link in the description box. You can check out that. Make sure you're thoroughly being consistent on these whole playlist and practicing each and every problem that has been stated over here. It is consisting of every concept that needs to be taken in use as per the industry standards, and it would be great in cracking your technical interviews as well. Okay, so remember, you practice, and the best way of learning is by doing it. I've seen that again and again. So if you have any questions, you can drop them in the comment section below, and let's make it an interactive and supportive learning experience all together. So we'll just start with our today's video, and our today's question would be on the question number that is 596. Okay, which states classes which has more than 5 students. Okay, so you get a hint about like what is the question going to be all about. Okay, because it's of easy level, you can guess it upon like what you want to expect in the solution altogether. Okay, so let's have a look upon the question that is given over here. So here we have been provided with a table that is named as courses. Okay, and which has this columns that is student and the class, which are having both the data types as varchar. Okay, so the student and the class is the primary key. Okay, which is the combination of columns with unique values for this table. Okay, so we are having primary key over here, and each row of this table indicates the name of a student and the class in which they are enrolled. So, okay, this is the data of all the students that are present in the class, okay, that they have enrolled for. So, what we have to do over here, we have to find the solution to find all the classes that have at least 5 students. Okay, so we have to find all the classes that at least have 5 students present into that. Okay, so we can return the result in any order. So there is no specific order to be mentioned over here. Here we are having an input and also the expected output that has been over here. Okay, so let's have a look at the input. Okay, so we have a column named as student and another one as class over here. So let's say our students are A, B, C, D, E, F, anything else over here, and our class. Okay, so for this student A, I am having math. For student B, I am having English. And the student C has also enrolled for the same class, that is math. D is for biology. E is again for math. Okay, so these students are enrolling for the class math, English, computer, etc. over here. So what we are expecting over here is the that at least that whatever classes that are present over here should at least have 5 students that is been enrolled over here in this particular class. Okay, so here math. Okay, if you check this math, it is having student A, math is having student C, math is having student E, G, H, and I. Okay, it is more than 5. Okay, so it has 6 students. So we have to include math over here into our result. Okay, second, if we go, we have English. Okay, for English we have only 1 student, so we cannot include because our minimum criteria is about 5 students. For talking about biology and computer, same, we have only 1 student present for that class. Okay, so we just have to find the solution for this, that we have to get this math. Okay, because we have to extract the count that is greater than 5 in the students. Okay, so we have to count each and every row of the students. Okay, how do we get this? By counting the number of rows. Like math is for student A, first row. Math is for student C over here, that is the second row. So we have to count this. Okay, so what would we do over here? So for doing this, we have to count this all rows So we would be using the count operator, that is an aggregate function. Okay, that is nothing but the aggregate functions. So some of the aggregate functions are count, sum, etc. Okay, we'll learn this all further. If you want the whole SQL playlist also, that I make you understand all the concepts in detail about aggregate functions and all, then you can leave your suggestions in the comment section below. I'll get that playlist too over here, but here we are just solving the problems over here. So let's focus on this. Okay, so we'll be using this count operator over here, which will count the rows that are present in particular column. So for performing this aggregate function, okay, performing any of the aggregate function, we have to make use of the group by. Okay, so why are we using this group by, and what actually a group by is? Okay, so when you use this group by clause, SQL groups the rows that have the same values in some specified columns. Okay, so then you can apply aggregate functions into that single group. Okay, so the group by functions makes a group. Okay, and over on that group you can apply any aggregate function, that is sum, average, count, min, max, etc. There are many of them over here. And the count function over here, it is just a function that returns the number of items in a particular group. So it counts the numbers of row that is matching that specified condition over here. Okay, and if you specify a column name, okay, in this count, so it counts only the non null values in that column. Okay, if there are any null values there, they are never counted over here. So what our query goes as? Okay, so what we want in our output, first of all, in the select, will retrieve the data that we want to show in our output over here. Okay, so we are going to select the class because we only want the class in our result. We don't want student to be there in our result over here. Okay, so where are we selecting this class column? We are selecting this class column from the table named as courses over here. Okay, so we are selecting this class column, okay, from the table which is named as courses over here. Now what we'll do is we'll group by this class. Okay, we'll use this group by query on the class. Okay, so I have this whole class table, okay, in which I have to count. Okay, so I have to count over here in the class table. So I'll group by class. Okay, so this class is now a whole group altogether. Okay, so now on this group I'll perform my aggregate function. My aggregate function over here is nothing but the count. Okay, so having is nothing but an alternative to the where clause that we used from select where. Okay, so the where clause is used to apply filters over here. So when we are using group by, we prefer using having clause over here to give a condition that group by class. Okay, we have to group by class, but there is a condition that having the count. Okay, having the count of what? We have to count the number of student, right? We don't have to count the number of class. We have to count the number of student in the class that is greater than or maybe equal to also 5. Okay, because we have to find at least 5 students. So there can be exact 5 students also and greater than 5 students also present in this class. Okay, so let's go back again to the theory, sorry, to the query. That is, we have to select the class, okay, from the table, that is courses. We have to group by class because we have to perform aggregate function, because we have to count the each of the row from the class over here, and we have to give a count of students, that at least 5 student is enrolled in a particular class over here. Okay, so this was all about group by having count over here, and we'll just check. Okay, so our test case has been expected and the output is class math, which was the expected output 2 over here, because math has only 6 students, rest all has only 1 student per class over here. So as now we can see that we have successfully run our test case over here. This for this sample output and input that has been given. So we'll just click on submit and check that all the hidden test cases or have been evaluated properly and is satisfying each and every scenario. Okay, so yeah, this is also working great. Okay, so all the hidden test cases and everything is also been evaluated accordingly. So here is the expected output for our question. I hope you guys have understood the select clause from and group by and having like how do we approach to the problem, how do we get through the thinking of the problem. Okay, that's very important over here. And if you have any doubt, you can let me know in the comment section below, and I'll go through that also. Any suggestions are also highly appreciated for the same. And if you want me to bring up within my SQL course also, with in depth all this knowledge about what are aggregate functions and etc., what are all the commands and all, then I'll get you that playlist also. Okay, you can just drop in the comment section about the same, what thoughts you are having on that, and stay consistent for the whole 45 days. We'll see you guys in the next lecture with a new problem, with a new problem solving skill, actually. And I hope you guys have understood the three problems that have been practiced in the last days. Um, and I'll see you guys in the next lecture. Make sure if you have liked the video, then hit the like button and subscribe to my channel so that you never miss any update from the whole playlist altogether. I'll see you guys in the next lecture. Till then, take care. Bye bye.